Hello, my name's Bess from You Create, and this is your Wello Break. Thank you for inviting me today. I'm super excited to share with you just a little fun exercise that hopefully is going to exercise the right-hand side of your brain. Why is that important, you may ask? Well, we spend our days at work, whether you're working from home, in the office or out on the road, really strategic thinking, planning, organizing, receiving information, delivering reports, writing up forms, and all that stuff really exercises the left-hand side of our brain, our logical, strategic side of our brain. And we often forget about the right side. And, you know, we have a brain in two halves, and it's important to create the well-being and balance for our brain. It's really important in business that people have a creative approach. So creative thinking isn't just about being an arty person like me. Being creative allows you to innovate, provide new imaginative ideas and approaches to situations, whether they're work-based, home-based, or for fun at the weekends. So, you know, we are doing really well at the moment, getting out and trying to carve out a new future for ourselves in this very difficult year, where we are creating balance and harmony, getting out in nature where we can through social distancing, making sure that our bodies are nurtured with a bit of physical exercise. But our brains are important too, and your brain's really important. I want to make sure that you guys are ready for the next part of your day. So, the idea is that you can grab a cup of tea, you can sit here, have a glass of water, and I'm going to take you through a little exercise where you don't have to think. I'm going to guide you through it, and it will be something that plays out. You're going to draw something that you didn't even know that you could draw. What are you going to need? Well, I'm literally just using a Sharpie and a piece of copy paper out of the printer. So keep it simple. Use whatever you've got to hand, an old piece of paper, a recycled piece of paper from the bin, it doesn't matter. Flip it over and you're going to follow me. I was asked to create this drawing with the HR department in mind. So I thought about HR and I thought, what does that bring to my mind? And I thought of a department that is full of assertion. They're confident and move forward with plans, and yet they also offer protection. They care about their employees. They care about the departments that are working to build the corporate image and the corporate structure. They have passion, enthusiasm, are leading from the front with fast-thinking ideas to enable their business to stay ahead of the game. They take action. So it's not just all conversation and ideas, they actually deliver it. At the moment, with the return to work plans, there's an awful lot of action that's happening behind the scenes to get everybody comfortable with the way business is going to operate in the next 12 months. And in order to be able to do that, you have to be flexible. And flexibility for you as employees, for the business and its customers, and actually for us just together in our daily environment, sharing our cities and our towns is really important. We need to respect each other and understand that every day things might slightly change. Flexibility is key. So let's get started. We're going to start off on our piece of paper. I'm going about a third of the way up, so about here. And I'm going to do a horizontal line across and then a couple of little heartbeats. Then I'm going to go across again and I'm going to do, I don't know, a randomy shape. Okay, now I'm going to keep stopping mine because my hand is going to get in the way, but I would like you to do it as a continuous drawing. Try and keep going. From here, I'm now going to go across and I'm going to go up vertically about 3.5 centimeters. From here, we're going to go out, a little wiggle, up, a little wiggle, out, a little wiggle. Now, this is where it gets interesting. You can create whatever shape you want, but I'm going to do a figure of 8, a figure of 8, and a small figure of 8. Over here, I'm now going to kind of zigzag down. I'm going to do another big loop, and then I'm going to make it go back down to the start. And hopefully you're starting to see an image that you recognize. Something's coming out. It's a scribble, it's a doodle. but you are starting to create and find what you can see in that doodle. Okay, from there, we're going to go horizontal again. A couple more little heartbeats, couple more. I've gone past the halfway mark, and I'm probably about a quarter of the way across my piece of paper. Let's see what we make. Okay, I'm going to go straight across, and I'm going to go down. So that's probably at about 5 o'clock. Curve around the bottom, parallel line back up. Now I'm going to do a big backward C. And I'm going to follow and get another parallel line to that one. A slightly round tip. Now what's that starting to look like? I'm looking at it thinking, could be the jaws of a crocodile, an alligator. Certainly something is starting to emerge. From here, I'm going to curve up, crossing over that line. And now I'm going to do, going towards 2 o'clock, I'm going to do a wavy line. So it goes up, down, up. Just a wavy line starting to go away. Maybe that's the back of a crocodile. Maybe it's not a crocodile at all. I'm going to bring it down the other way to try and create a triangle. And then I'm going to go across, in and down. So I've created a triangle within the triangle. From there, I'm going to do a very loose, almost stretched S shape. Very small. Wow, just like that. So it's just like a little bump. We're going to bring it back down towards 5 o'clock, about ½ centimetre. And then we're going to do the same shape as that underneath. So curve, stretch and down. Okay, you all know how to do the letter L. The letter L is next. We go down and around, and there's our letter L. Curve it on the foot, curve it at the point there, and we're going to do a similar parallel line to the letter L. So we're just making it a bit wider and curving up. Are you starting to see something now? Maybe you're starting to see an image emerge. Okay, we're going to get crazy now. We're going to do a big loopy-loop, loop-de-loop, and up to there. So a big loop round and up to there. Curve it round. Are you starting to see something emerge? This could be, I think that was the giveaway, wasn't it? It starts to look like an ear and a head. We've got a couple of legs coming through here. So we're going to go down and we're going to curve it down and around to there. Certainly something is strong and making a big impact. And now we're going to put our last lines in. So from there, we're going to go all the way down to 5 o'clock, back up and around. And then I'm going to take it down and do some more grass. If I start to do this, just going to colour in the end. Feel free to do the same. And then I'm going to start to do these. And what you might start to see is a cheetah. Cheetah is the fastest animal in the animal kingdom. And it is synonymous with flexibility, power, strength, assertion. All of those words that we talked about at the beginning that reflect and symbolise the HR department. For years, marketeers have used images to empower and demonstrate the core values of their brand. And for me, this savannah, this cheetah, is exactly where you are at the moment. You are dealing with flexibility. You are dealing with change. You are dealing with having to be independent, drive forward, survival. Ultimately, that's where we all are right now. That took us 10 minutes. Doesn't matter if you've got a cheetah that's got more of a COVID curve. That's kind of where we all are. It doesn't matter if it doesn't look exactly the same. The whole point of this is that you can continue to draw on it. You might decide that you want to add a sun. And just use your pen like we have here. Squiggly, loose, create different lines that tell your story if that's what you'd like to do. The idea is I want you to refresh your mind, to realise that we all actually have the ability to create. we're not going to necessarily paint the next Mona Lisa and hang it in the Louvre, but we can create, we can exercise the right side of our brain, which is going to free up that logical side telling us, no, we can't. Have you thought about? It gives us the ability to inspire our imaginations. And that's where your Wello break is going to be. There'll be lots of other activities for you on SharePoint for art and well-being. Things that you can do at home with your children, on your own during your break time. So please check it out, and I will see you soon. Thanks for joining me.